hello there, and this is a bonus sort of video of MP Foods. What I've done this week is I have basically revisited the first video I did, which was the Hamwich, and I've done the Hamwich 2. The Hamwich 2. I'm not wasting MP Foods number 8, and I haven't got a half finger, so I'm not inbred. I haven't got a half finger, so I can't do a 7.5, but that's where it'd roughly be. So basically this video is just a revisit of the Hamwich. I made a couple of little tweaks to it. So instead of using normal breadcrumbs, I've gone with PANKO breadcrumbs, much better. I used an equal ratio of unsmoked and smoked gammon in the mincing process. Not much oil in the pan actually this time, but enough just to coat the PANKO. I found with the PANKO breadcrumbs, because they're much lighter, you didn't need to keep pressing them down into the pan. So what I did this time, which was slightly different, was instead of making the Hamwich and going through the whole crumbing process and then freezing like a finished item, what I did was I took two meatballs of like the minced gammon, and I just froze them as balls. And then what I've done is, after I've defrosted them, I've then done the pane process, which is the flour, egg and breadcrumb, and then cooked them from scratch, and they tasted fine. So freezing them wasn't a good idea. It was just when it cooked out, the salt came out and it made the breadcrumb quite soggy, so they weren't great. But actually freezing the meatballs and like finishing them fresh on the day, good idea. That went well, because that means you then don't have to do all the mincing process and piss around with it all the time. You can actually just have the stuff frozen, and it saves on washing up. There's quite a lot of washing up with the mincer. So all I've done is I've put the processes in, cooked them off, and then you can see for yourself. And also the camera shots are a lot better on this. The first one was really a work in progress. So it doesn't say it there, but use 50% unsmoked gammon, 50% smoked gammon, and then just cut all the crap off it, cut the fat out, because you don't want to be eating that. And as you can see, I'm absolutely flying through this. Look at that, whoosh, super fast, it's mega quick. Look at it go. Obviously I sped that up, but I wanted to show what I say when I mean cut the crap out. I did even cut bits out of the middle. I just wanted lean gammon to mince. And then once we get it mincing, this is kind of the texture we want. It's quite coarse, and then the coarser it is, I find if you leave it on your coarse mince setting, then I find that when you come to actually stick it together, you don't need anything else. It will just hold itself. So that's what I've done. And then this is just done in real time, which is just shaping the burger. Yeah, shaping the Hamwich into like a burger patty shape. Now what I've done here is I have basically tried to get like a tennis ball sized piece, because that then gives you a good shape. And that's why I was just adding it on. As you can see there, roughly a tennis ball, or a really, really big meatball, depends how you want to call it. Basically, I just push it down onto a chopping board, onto a nice clean surface, and shape it with your hands. That's all you need to do. And you want to push it in quite tight so that it does actually bind and stick, because it can be a bit fragile. And then once you've got it into the right shape that you want, I mean, mine's just big enough to fit into a bread roll, so treat it like a normal sort of burger. Then just flour it, egg it, and breadcrumb it. And as you can see, as long as you're gentle with it there, you can pick it up in one piece. So there's the flour done, there's the egg, and then comes the breadcrumbs. And as you can see, look, I am being gentle with it. However, it's working, and I'm picking it up in one piece. And then I've popped it into some breadcrumbs. All the light's not great, but is what it is. I've just popped some PANKO on the top, and the PANKO breadcrumbs are excellent because they're like a dried out sort of breadcrumb, and they taste really good. They do smell a little bit actually, because I think it's something inside the actual the PANKO, but yeah, they taste lovely. So as you can see, I've just pressed that in, and I've pushed some extra in to make sure you do get the right ratio of crunch to meat. And then we've just sped up the cooking process on this. Again, it's sort of done in real time. So just cook it, flip it, reverse it, you know it. The entire cooking time is about 5 minutes on this. And there, then it's done. Nice and simple.
Right then, there you have it. That was the Hamwich 2, the Hamwich version 2, v2. So yeah, and they were really good. The panko breadcrumbs are excellent. And as I've sort of said on the first one, the first time I did the Hamwich, if you want to put some herbs into it, you can. If you want to put some pepper into it, you can. I suggest putting something in because the gammon is very salty. You know, there's a very big difference between smoked and salted. And yeah, they did taste really, really salty. So I'd suggest putting something else in or having some sort of like a tomato dip or something with it. But that's up to you guys to sort out. I've shown you the main part. You finish it off yourselves. Thanks for watching.